Alright guys, Fishing JM here. New video, and just first fish of the day. Out here throwing a spinnerbait, and nice little chunky, 1.5, maybe 2. Good fish, really smacked that spinnerbait. So today I was out in the kayak. Just a fun day, nothing too special. Just gonna be trying to show you, techniques for fishing the spinnerbaits, and I'm also pitching and flipping out here, so it's a good little fish. First of many, I hope. Alright, there we go. So again, I'm just out here in my kayak. It's like 4 o'clock, and I just started out, got a first fish on spinnerbait. I usually don't throw spinnerbaits, but brought them along just to see what happens, and actually saw that fish eat it too. So spinnerbait I'm throwing today, Strike King Burner, Sexy Shad, 1/2 ounce. Got a little banged up in that one, but nice fish. Back. Yeah. Alright guys, second fish on the spinnerbait. Anthony's calling me. Come here, buddy. It's about the same size. Jeez. Really nice. 14, 13 inches. It's a good fish. Another one on the spinnerbait. Whoa. Jeez. Another good one. Yeah, that's a nice little fish. Yes. Alright. Again on the spinnerbait. That's a nice chunker. Got that spinnerbait right in his corner. Good fish. I'm not a big spinnerbait guy, but fishing the swim jig, and the swim jig just wasn't cutting it out here. That is a nice bass. And so I decided to put on a spinnerbait. And I mean, not too many casts into it. I'm already that's my third fish in about 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna try to explain, what I'm doing out here with the spinnerbait, and just what's making these fish bite today. Okay, so what I'm doing out here is I'm sitting, I'm going shallow too, like fishing these boat docks up and around here, like fishing those docks, shoreline, and I'm out here a little ways. And so what I'm doing is it's really weedy on the bottom, and we got a weed line that's going up at least 2-3 feet. So what I'm doing is I take that spinnerbait and I throw it out there, and it's the Strike King Burner. And so that's exactly what I do. I burn it across the top of the weed lines, and then you just get some ferocious strikes on that from that spinnerbait. Rod choice I'm going 7-foot medium heavy Quantum Smoke rod. Great rod, good for spinnerbaits. And then the reel I'm going Quantum Energy PT, left hand, 6:3 to 1 gear ratio on 14-pound fluorocarbon line. And just gonna kind of show you what I'm doing out here. Giving it a nice long cast out there. So that's about probably 5 feet of water out there. Let it sink a little bit, and then just like this, just burning it in, popping it. You don't want to just have it one straight cadence, otherwise you're just not going to get fish. So you're just going to want to burn it on the top. You take the tops of those weed lines, and then the bass are sitting in there, or they're out roaming around or whatever, and just come up and smash it. So I was originally throwing the swim jig today, but I just wasn't getting them on the swim jig, and so I switched over to spinnerbait. Seems to be the ticket. I was also pitching and flipping. I caught some dinks, but maybe this is what they want, a little bit faster moving bait. Now, just something that happens a lot when you're fishing a spinnerbait is those bass or northerns or whatever you're gonna get, they just completely inhale that spinnerbait and they bend up the wire where the blades are. So for the last 3 fish, I've had to retune that up. And it's not really that hard, but the wire is usually going to be bent really high up. So right here, we got the spinnerbait. This wire right here that connects to the head is usually going to be like straight up from the body. So what you want to do is just take your pliers or just your fingers and bend it back. And then if your spinnerbait is like rolling or running on its side, and bend it again the opposite direction from the way it's rolling. So just tune it up after you get some fish on it, just to keep it running smooth. Sexy shad pattern today. It's going good so far. So let's see if I can get another fish out here. And another good way to, what you can do is when you're fishing a spinnerbait, try letting it sink. Because when a spinnerbait sinks, it's going to helicopter on the way down. And you'll get some fish doing that too. Wind up, give that a nice long cast out there. And now since I'm a little bit off the shoreline, I'm going to let it sink to the weed line, put my rod tip to the side. Start cranking at a pretty quick pace, popping it, letting it sink. And rip it out of those weeds too, that'll trigger a bite a lot of the time. See, now I'm wishing I would have brought my cranking rod out here, because I thought maybe they'd be sitting over in heavy cover and I'd get them pitching. But I couldn't get, I got some dinks, but wasted a lot of time pitching in there, so hopefully getting on fish now. Last 3 fish I had, they're all pretty good size ones too. I mean, not like a trophy or anything, but good quality little fish. Now when you're fishing a spinnerbait like I am right now, like I'm burning it really quick, you gotta go with a 6.3 or a 7 to 1 gear ratio or something high speed. Some guys like throwing spinnerbaits on fiberglass rods or e-glass or whatever. I like going on graphite just because I like being a little more sensitive. I do throw my crankbaits on glass rods, but even composite rods, I like just straight up graphite for my spinnerbaits.